Okay, we're back. So how long did it take you? 2 minutes, 5 minutes, a day or two? Hopefully it took you a little bit of time because this exercise is not about rushing. It was about figuring out what are your true desires in life. Now, this paper that you have or in front of you, it should be full now, right? You should have a bunch of little notes. Some of us are going to take different colors and different, whatever it is, doesn't really matter. As long as you, to as much as you possibly could, wrote down all of your goals, expectations, desires, and you put them here. Now we have a collage, so to speak. And now I'm going to task you with the second portion of this exercise. You're now going to take this paper with all of the things that are motivating you or all of the goals that you would like to have in life, whether you thought about them or not. You gave it some thought over the past few days. You should have a few new ones on here, hopefully. You're going to take these things and you're going to insert them into a more structured format, which I have for you here. But before I show you this, we're going to have a brief discussion about it. We can categorize our goals. Specifically, I told you not to do that. I wanted it to be free thinking. Write them all down. Doesn't matter how they connected, interrelated, really doesn't matter. Get to know yourself in this process is what this was for. Now that we have done that, we're going to take this stuff and we're going to organize it to some degree. Now, you could do it in any fashion you like, but for this course, I would like you to follow the thought process that was derived by a gentleman by the name of Dr. Spencer J. Holman. He came up with a system called the 10 life value system. A thoughtful man, a provocative man, some might even say an intellectual. But what he did for us was come up with a scheme by which we can figure out how to approach life. He called it the 10 life value system. Now, all your goals you just took, I want you to then, by category, list them under these values here. So briefly, let's talk about the values. They go from 1 to 10. The first value is spiritual. The second value is health. The third value is family. The fourth is your appearance. The fifth is your dwelling. The sixth one is mobility. The seventh is education. The eighth one is profession. The ninth is leisure. And number 10 is wealth. Now, what's really interesting about this 10 life value system is that even though it's written out here, linear, in a linear fashion, it's really a thought process that's cyclical. And that's why you're looking at this image here. It is the interpretation of this list as we should enact it. It should start off with number 1 is listed here. You should progress through this list 1 through 10 sequentially. But this list actually is interactive, and this is how it works. The first one, the second one feeds into the third and fourth and so forth. And ultimately, we end back right around to spirituality. The reason wealth is last is because that's where it should be. Wealth in and of itself, without the supporting values, can lead you astray. So wealth. But if one is done right and the subsequent steps are followed and done with sincere earnesty, by the time you get to number 10, wealth should be achieved. That wealth is not to stand alone. It's designed to feed right back into number 1, which is your spirituality. So that's what this system is about. So now what you're going to do, as I said before, you're going to take that list that you came up with the full collage on it. And then you're going to start categorizing these things. Take them one at a time and assign them to one of the values in the 10 life value system. All right? How long it takes really doesn't matter. It shouldn't take more than a couple of hours with this portion of your exercise. Now list them all. Now when you get to number 7, you're going to stop. You're going to list everything, obviously, that goes under number 7. But now we're going to be more specific and more detailed because that's why you're here. So write these goals down. And then educational goals. And then I want you to, on your own, put down 3 steps it will take to get you there. All right? So for education, number 7, what 3 steps you think that you would need to do to get you to your educational goals? Now, once you're done with this part, we'll be wrapping up your goals and moving on.